Well, either way, we're going to be kicking it off. And Sparg0 is on the Aegis, not even going to bother with the Cloud. Both characters very frail off stage, but at least Mythra can match Sonic in that foot race.
Very interesting start here, too. We're going to be at Smashville, so basically everything is a ledge trap minigame for this whole match. So you take away that frame data essentially from Mythra, but you also allow Mythra just to push you there.
Oh, no!
He's fine.
He's alive. Wow.
Come on, this is your character. You should know.
She got some hops.
Dude, she just does that like awkward little float when you don't think she's going any higher too.
Yeah. When I see somebody directional air dodge off stage, I often just consider them a goner. But
yeah, that is fair.
Sparg0, he's cut from a different cloth, man. So far, though, it's Sonix who's getting the better of him in these early exchanges. We're going to see Sparg0 finally break through, but only a little bit of damage. Mythra, as well as she can combo hits into each other, they're not doing a lot of damage.
A maximum punish out of that situation there, just keeping the ledge. Forward air does get him back off stage, but Sparg0 has been maximizing in most situations. But here we mentioned before, again, you're always at edge because of this. He wanted a dodge down. He wanted some type of dodge down.
So dangerous at the ledge here. We could see a jab killing about like 20% more from Pyra. We're going to see Sparg0 refresh the ledge right there. And yeah, the forward air. One more chance for Sonix to make it back on solid ground.
Why does Pyra hit like this, man? It's just, dude, she hits so hard.
It's because she has the fire. That's why Roy's better than Marth in Melee.
Actually, that is true.
Oh my god, that move is so hard to get on reaction sometimes because back air and down air look so similar on startup. But you were dying no matter what to that anyways. Back throw maybe on Smashville would do it. Nah, that move sucks.
They have different angles, right?
What do you mean?
Like forward air and back air, like they send that different angles.
Back air sends you up and forward air sends you out.
Down air has a giant.
That's another thing that makes Pyra's back air so difficult to DI because you see a giant sword back air, you're like, oh man, I gotta hold in because I'm gonna die off the side. Yep. But that's actually setting you up to die even earlier off the top.
All right, but there we go. Up smash, punishing, landing on the shield there. Right now, Sparg0 doing a decent job here, setting a new pace, a new tone, but is actually going to be able to take the lead. Ooh. Yep, that's huge, 71%.
Good scoops right now from Sparg0 too. Love to switch up to Pyra, Mythra, switching between the two of them so well. Like you said, AJ, smaller stage, so you're going to get a good opportunity. You win. Oh, wait. Okay, still a jump. Good.
That amazing unintentional footstool once again. It's just coming through.
So lucky.
It's incredible job. Oh, wow. Up air actually working in that situation. Usually people will fall out of it when you try to get a rising one like that, but he's keeping him going. Jump is burned, but he got to that platform to get out.
Oh, raw roll read right there from Sonix, who's now just one tap away from closing out this stock.
What?
Can you drift that far? Don't matter.
So you can, but the reaction is right there. But again, Sonix has shown proficiency in edge guarding here too, both the side B and the up B, so it just felt like Sparg0 didn't have any outs.
Wow, that downer reached that far?
Yeah, dude.
I
thought you main Pyra. Come on.
DLC's out of control.
We banned the wrong character. Right now we have one stock apiece here on game number 1. I mean, I think we're going to be seeing a distance match with these two anyways. You saw those recent sets. You got the most recent one, of course, against Sparg0 at Genesis, but you just came off of a pretty tough loss. It looks like Sonix has rebounded pretty decently, and Sparg0 struggling. This could be a big opportunity if he catches him at ledge. He dipped low. That gets in the way, but that Pyra snap was able to get back on.
Yeah, and that spring's going to come into play quite a few times as well. We've seen it already. It's basically a great edge guarding tool for Sonix, and it's gonna eventually he's gonna take a stock.
His frame traps are disgusting.
Yeah, there's nowhere to run. Sometimes you just have to hold some kind of aerial on your path back down to the ground. Sparg0 finding out the hard way. He's on the ledge. Sonix just lets him back on though, and that could be dangerous.
Nice pullback on the forward air too. Make sure the hitboxes connect all the way. Set him for another one of his ledge traps.
Oh, he had the read there. He just missed. Press the buttons there. Didn't get the grab exactly the way he wanted. I think he was looking for that turnaround.
Wow. This is a big turnaround opportunity right now, giving up stage control. Rising fair, though, at the last second to get out. We've got a much closer game now, but Sonix could have lost right there.
Sonix was playing with fire, holding down on that up B.
Yeah.
Just knowing that Sparg0 could throw a down air out. Luckily, he didn't collide with it. This match still going somehow.
I like the empty hop there, just getting that stage control as well, putting Sonix right off stage. And I mean, we saw it earlier, these aerials at the edge, this is terrifying.
If Sparg0 didn't turn around for that grab, which I can't help but feel like it was an accident, we could have been looking at a much different game. Oh, the forward air, or forward tilt rather, going to get punished.
Wow. On the blazing end, able to double jump and air dodge back to the ledge. neck and neck coming here in the last hit, gentlemen.
This is an insanely close match right now, and pretty much the only one who's getting a throw kill. Actually, we're getting close to it with Pyra, where she has a very tight window one at high percentages. You can't get anything outside of a straight hit, but Sparg0's trying to build it, and that F-tilt will finally find that straight hit. Sparg0 slapping his leg like, come on, wake up, let's do this, let's go.
Popping off a little bit, man. You don't want to go down a stock against Sonix. You don't want to go down a game at all either. So Sparg0 knew how important that game was, so really clean stuff there. Going up a game here. Very, very tight game 1, too. That's frustrating to lose that game. Only 2 minutes, I think, left on the clock. Yeah, they're about. So these guys are scrapping.
He had to pull that one back, too. It was looking good for Sonix in the earlier moments of the game, but I don't know, man. We've drawn the comparison so many times of Sparg0 to Leo, right? Young dude from Mexico, plays sword characters, insanely clutch, insanely young, right? Like those two traits often don't go together. You'll normally see the younger players just like be super spaghetti and choke in those game 5 moments or whatever. Sparg0, not the same.
He kind of just keeps that stone cold killer face like the entire time. Like he doesn't show a lot of emotion, and we talked about it earlier. The only time we see emotion come out of him is when he's really annoyed and he gets mad.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of all started from that Fall Fest run. After losing the Fall Fest, you can see like when he was in the chair, he's normally pretty calm, kind of just like laughing things off for a bit. Now it's been business mode. He wants #1 really bad, and one of the best contenders for challenging that top 10 of late has been Sonix, who has a set win against him, has a set win against Leo, literally only struggling usually against Light, like we said before, but you still have to give Sonix that respect, and it feels like Sparg0 gave a little bit too much at the start, and he pulled it back at the end. He was able to get the game.
Yeah, no matter who you are, no matter who you're fighting, the guy on the other side of the setup is still human.
That was some great DI there from Sonix to be able to extend this stock just a little bit further, 104, but I mean, another one of those setups, we're certainly going to be seeing a dead hedgehog. But beautiful parry.
Something interesting so far, and with Town & Seed, you think you want more Mythra, you want the speed, you want to be able to go to that more, but he's going with the big hitboxes of Pyra actually, just swinging and defending his own zone. I like to see that from Sparg0. It's one of the reasons Age just does so well against Sonix. Both of them do well against him. Up air, fade away, up air, clean.
Yeah, you got the speed of Mythra to match him. You got the giant hitboxes and the activity on them as well from Pyra, just saying, hey, you can't just come in with your movement whenever you want. You have to slow it down even more than normal.
You can see the matchup knowledge for Sparg0 too, because that side B off stage is hard to multi-hit tech, and you just take that nair on the stage and you don't die. It's better to take that hit, and you walked away with the stock instead of trying to dodge up, try to panic at ledge and take a grab from Sonix.
So something I think is really interesting here is the beginning of game 1, we saw those springs come into play a lot, right? Building up the extra damage, creating some hassle for Sparg0 while he's trying to recover. But he's actually been doing a great job weaving around these springs and just really not allowing it to be a factor. And it seems like Sonix is starting to catch on to that fact. He's got to switch things up.
Again, we're going Pyra here. Max Rage in the corner. Big opportunity down air. Look for an air dodge, didn't find it.
He is gut checking all of these rising aerials now. Like usually Sonix gets off stage pretty freely, like we talked about that. Really brave holding down on the up B to drop off with that forward air and keep the game going. Now he's checking them with down airs, he's checking it with nair. But that is a big punish on that air dodge.
Charging right up, the regrab, easy punish for Sonix.
Yes, definitely a checkmate right there. Sparg0 just tried, hey, maybe he'll mess it up, but no, you're not going to get that lucky in top 6 of a tournament like this, fighting a player like this. And Sonix starting to work it back just a little bit. Wow. Prominence Revolt is going to shut that right down. Sparg0 with a very healthy lead at this point.
The perfect percentage on that up B. Clean.
Okay, right now we get a couple of that aerial action here coming from Sparg0, trying to rack up some damage as best as possible. Now he does have a stock to kind of play around with. You don't really want to play around when you're just, you're taking on Sonix here, but he can be a little more comfortable. He can be a little lax, but you don't really want to let up too much.
No, and I didn't even think about it until it just popped in my head a second ago. We talked about that set history offline, but these two have fought each other a lot online as well, so they know the habits all the way through. So there's been at least 2 to 3 years worth of matchups from them, and these are also, by the way, the two people who everybody looked at and said, are they really going to do anything after? Here they are.
I feel like these two have certainly risen above all their online peers in a big way, and Shiny Mark too, very much worth mentioning here, making the top 8 run. But damn, this is it's starting to look a little rough for Sonix, man. No confirm though.
Yeah, a little bit just off the mark on that up tilt. Maybe could have got, I don't know, I feel like the up smash would have connected. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it started, sweeping back going forward, but
You talk about how, I believe it was who was mentioning the Pyra Mythra matchup against Sonic being very tough. He's seeing it right now, the spacing game, and the amount of damage that happens when you mess up. But that was a big mistake. He didn't get too much out of it, though.
Barely got anything. I mean, Sparg0 even stayed center stage. Like, you didn't even get the positioning, so. And Sparg0 swinging a little bit here. But obviously, Sonix is going to take his time, as he's known to do, especially in these tricky situations.
And we kept that Mythra out just a little bit because...
What?
I thought it was going to kill. I can't believe he's still alive. Blazing End, almost killing up the top, too.
And again, getting around that spring is just a non-factor at this point. And I feel like Sonix might be relying on that a little too much. He's got to find a way.
Oh my God, a confirm? That was nice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he survived that. I mean, obviously Mythra pretty short on kill power, but damn.
And now we've reached Town and City cheese time. I am a liar. I am a whole liar. That is gonna put a close to that. That danger was on the board though, because Town and City existing, if you get about 30% as Sonic, you can get one of those either B reverse homing attack bears, or you could just drop off stage, get a forward air, and get a really early kill. Sparg0 said, absolutely not. I'm at 0% here, so if you punish my dash attack for any reason, I'm not taking that much damage.
Bro, it's 2023. You could see everything in these HD cams, the frustration on Sonic's face after that game too, for sure. I mean, he's got to be feeling it, you know? At this point, it's like you go all the way through winner's bracket, and then you run into Sparg0 and losers, and then you're playing against, you know, truly a bracket demon character and one of the best players to ever play them. So
In a world
it's gonna be tough
where,
for Sonix, but he can absolutely do this. Like 1000%, far from over.
and that's in a world where Leo was out of the way, Light was out of the way, a lot of
Yep,
problems that
yep.
would have been yours out of the way, but you still had to fight Sparg0 in this position, and we're seeing it right now. Sparg0 understands this matchup incredibly well as he's sitting 2-0.
Let's see, can Sonix hang on for the long haul, pull off this reverse 3-0, keep DR alive in this tournament, or is it going to be Sparg0, repping Mexico, trying to meet up with SkyJ in grand finals?
I mean,
or
what do
losers finals, who knows?
What do you guys think that Sonix needs to be doing at this point? I feel like he's trying everything he can, but this Mythra just really giving Sonic a run for his money, you know, in terms of frame data, just stuffing him out in all these situations. And obviously we know Pyra comes out and cleans things up, but what else can Sonix do here?
I think the biggest thing is that stage positioning matters so much in this matchup when you see Pyra specifically, because when you have Mythra, you can press down tilt or forward tilt, whatever, and you're not getting punished for it, but you're going to instead get just completely bodied by that forward smash. He can't get a burst range start, and he literally can't outspace Sparg0 right now.
Man, when Sonix beat this guy at Genesis, he took that personally.
Yeah.
This is like a handcrafted ass beating right now. About to be 3-0 in a pretty convincing fashion unless Sonix can turn it up.
Okay. Again, putting down some pretty good frame data. I mean, Sonic's still at quite a deficit here, only putting on 59%. Great catch. Ooh.
Sparg0 is definitely awake and alive, and I feel like that might be the sending message right there. You can see the head shaking too. Once something like that happens, any chances you had to make a big comeback are going to be so much more difficult, and Sonic's just over on the side. Like, he's done this before where he kind of just waits over and see if somebody will budge. We saw this previously in a few tournaments, but there's no reason for Sparg0 to move.
They ain't moving anywhere.
You can't help but think that he's still kind of kicking himself for not finishing the 3-0 on Riddles, right? And that is going to eat at you for the rest of your tournament run. So Sonix, man, I don't know. This is not the character that does reverse 3 stocks very often, but you can still edgeguard Aegis. I think there's still a glimmer of hope here, but Sparg0's looking like he's moving on to top 4.
If any Sonic player could do it, it's him, right? We're not putting any other Sonic in play here. It's got to be him. We'll see, though.
Well, I mean, it starts right here. It depends on if Sparg0 continues to keep boxing with him. He's up 2 stocks, but he also knows there's 5 minutes on the clock. You can't stand still for 5 minutes and expect Sonix not to get at least one neutral win. And Sonix has been getting a lot more since he just stood still and kind of almost iced Sparg0 for a second.
Oh, and that back air just too slow to come out. Mythra a little bit quicker to the draw. And moves like neutral air, the characters that love running in at you, they're always going to collide with that. Just take a bunch of damage over and over again trying to approach Mythra.
I mean, I know the deficit looks bad, but I think the game is over mentally as well because, I mean, you can even see the player cam. Sonic is just shaking his head every once in a while. He's not happy with what's going on here. I mean, there's a lot of pressure, too. He really, really wanted to get that summit spot, right?
I will say he's still playing to try and win. Like, you can see it in the way that he's behaving. How many more mistakes are you allowed to make, though? That's the hard part. That's the end of those mistakes. TI cross up, not even going for the up air. Just make sure he finishes it out. Like you said, it definitely felt like after that loss to Riddles from before, you couldn't finish it, and that's going to get to you. But incredible run from Sonix again, but that does stop that chance to get the summit spot. And that's going to be Sparg0 moving forward into the loser semi side.
You see the emotion, man. I mean, that summit spot means a lot to everyone in the community. You know, it's the last one there. Personally, would have loved to see Sonix. I think great personality, great player, all that good stuff. But unfortunately, his run does end today. Sparg0 moving on through losers. Of course, like we said, really tough matchup. And Sparg0 playing it by the books. Standing center stage all day, defending it with the big hitboxes of Pyra and the speed and the defensive attributes that Mythra brings to the table as well. Really well played there by Sparg0.
Yeah, just such insane competition here at Collision, everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
The emotion's real. The emotion's real right now.
Yeah, if you were able to make it to this top 8 at all, you are one of the greatest to ever do it. MK Leo didn't even get to make it to the top 8.
Yeah.
That's how hard this tournament is, guys. There's no Mickey Mouse bracket. So we're going to see Sparg0 move on into the top 4.
No Mickey
He'll be
Mouse,
playing.
no Sora. Thank you.
We're gonna get the stream shut down when we start talking about that.
He'll be playing Disney C&D's us real quick.
But still, the Pride of Dominican Republic playing phenomenal. That is a top 10 player in the world right there, and he